Hey everyone, it's been a while and the reason is clear. So we in the middle of a pandemic and everyone is busy and everyone is sort of, in their own little world. So therefore I decided finally to make a little video about Goya. And I added last summer or 2 summers ago one recipe which you can find in my recipes book, which is meanwhile also available in German and very soon in Japanese. So I did find a Japanese printing version. So the book will be available as a printed Japanese book and also very soon as a English ebook. So Goya, or bitter-melon in English, is one of those vegetables that you probably don't want to eat raw unless it is juiced. So in my book you find the juiced version, and I highly recommend this recipe because it will help you to strengthen your immune system, and funnily enough it does improve the respiratory health, boosts the skin, and contains anti-aging properties. So that is in my book, Raw Vegan Recipes for Everyone, not just for vegans. And again, I like to make this really clear. You don't need to be a raw vegan or a vegan to enjoy this book. I made this book for everyone that likes to improve maybe their lifestyle. However, let's get cooking. So one important note on the preparation for Goya or bitter lemon. Did I say bitter lemon? So this is what my son always does. He can't say melon, so he says lemon. I'm sorry. For the bitter melon is that you take out the seed inside and then you give it some time and put it in salt water, and that will help to take out, to withdraw a little bit of this extreme bitterness. So there is a bitterness that is pleasant to the palate, and there is bitterness that is just not bearable for our tongues. So this has been standing here for at least an hour and a half. So I'm just going ahead and I will take the water away. So you cannot hear me, but you can hear me, but you cannot see me. And meanwhile I cooked a little bit of water, and I'm going to take just a teaspoon of soup stock, and this is just the preparation for the bitter melon, and we're gonna set them in here. So they're a little bit big, I have to cut them and then make them comfortable. So this is, so your bitter melon has a nice light flavor and won't stick to the pan. Okay, here we go. So the last piece I probably gonna juice later, so I keep this aside. And you can put your pan aside. So you see here, this is the preparation. So I had only 2 bitter melon. I'm using 1.5 because it just doesn't fit in, but you can use as many as you like. And then I did prepare already for a different dish, which I'm also going to post after that. I already cut matchsticks, carrots, and I have some bamboo sprouts, and I have bamboo shoots, but I do need to cut them a little smaller, and I have some red and orange paprika. So red bell pepper or pepper. And then I'm just going to make it a little smaller. Ideally, if you have a food processor, you can go ahead and just throw it in the food processor. I'm just a little lazy to wash it out today. I'm all by myself, kids are in the other room, they study, and I have a lot more to prepare. So I just thought maybe I can be an inspiration. I have been hearing so many times from people that don't have families that they are very bored throughout this lockup, and I highly recommend you to look around, see if you can find maybe newspapers, cookbooks, go online and then choose every day one recipe. And in Tokyo, we're not such under pressure to really stay in, so we still have the freedom of going out to do some grocery shopping. So now, okay, I continue in a bit. So now I cut this coarsely small, and I also have some red onion and some garlic here already. And I'm using a Japanese oil. This is a sesame oil, and we're just gonna heat up the pan a little bit. Okay, this is not exactly perfect cooking, but Japanese kitchens are quite small. And I have nobody to film me today, so I have to sort of find a way around it. So I'm going to heat up the pan, and I'm adding just about 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. So this is goma aboru. And I'm gonna go straight and throw in the onion, and then right away the vegetables, so you don't need to have the onion first for a few seconds. You can straight go ahead and then just stir, because everything later on will go in the oven. So I'm stirring it here. I don't know, can you see me? Yes. Okay, so just give it a minute here. So I'm doing this on real time, so you can see how long it takes. So I can't cut around the movie, so this is like real time. And you can put it on a small flame. And then meanwhile I found a leftover in the refrigerator. So I love yuba, I love tofu. As I said, ever since I finished my raw vegan book, after like almost 15 years, I really get into tofu again, and I love trying out different flavors. I like trying out, you know, different kinds, and this one was recommended by a Japanese friend of mine, and I never tried this, so I don't know what's coming to me. She said to me to just cut it and add it to the vegetables, so I have no idea. Oh, this is interesting. I think I know what that is. I think I ate that before, but I have never actually used it. I know what it is, yeah. I know what it is. This is amazing. Okay. So this is Hana. Okay. Yeah, I know what it is. Okay, so that goes here. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid aminos, just a little bit for the taste. Put the skillet up. And as you by now know, I'm cooking for all the family members different dishes, which is quite challenging, but it's also fun. And in my book I also mentioning that it is very, very important to not judge other people. Don't judge people that eat meat or eggs or milk, because nobody should judge you to only eat vegetables. So it's extremely important that we keep that open mind when we are cooking, because that attitude of letting other people live their way will get you much further. And the less pushy you are in putting your eating opinion on others, the more they're interested in what you're doing. And I can see this in my family, that recently there are a lot of profound changes. So, okay, I think that would do it. I'm moving the table a bit. So I'm turning the gas down now, and I'm going to add that mixture into my vegetables. Okay, just using my bare hands. And I'm not boiling it again, but I will put it and bake it in the oven. So while we're still preparing, I'm going to heat up my oven about 220 degrees Celsius. So if you use Fahrenheit, you have to convert a bit. Unfortunately, that oven doesn't show the Fahrenheit, and I think it's about 400 Fahrenheit or something like this, 440 or anyway, if you use Fahrenheit, you know your way around. Okay, now going to take my Goya, my bitter melon, and I need a spoon. So I never actually did this recipe. It's for me also the first time, but I like to try out stuff. So okay, that looks good. And remember, whatever you do, especially in the Japanese kitchen, we have actually a lot of dishes that when you eat them plain, they're plain tasting, and then later on you can add your condiments. You can add some gluten-free soy sauce or just normal soy sauce, and don't overdo it while cooking. Yeah. Okay, so let's hope everything fits in here. So I love Goya. I eat Goya every day, every week. I have a Goya juice every week. And it is said that Goya may extend your life, keeps your skin and your blood fresh. Okay, now this is not really good, so let me see, I need to use my hands. Okay, yeah, that's better. So that mixture is quite sticky. Okay. Yeah, it smells good. So as I said, it's all real time. So you see, we are on now for about 13 minutes. Taking account the 1 hour of soaking. I mean, you can also probably just soak for about 20 minutes. I made it a habit over the years to really soak the Goya for an hour or longer in salt. Yeah, you use some salt. Okay. I know the artist is messy here. Okay. Okay, that looks good. A bit more veggies in here. Can be generous because it's gonna suck down together anyway in the oven a little bit. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm gonna hold it up into the camera for once. Okay, here we go. And I am going to cover it, and I will set the timer for about 40 minutes. Yeah? So altogether, it should be about 15 minutes of making. Okay, I'll get back to you later. We go to 180 degrees Celsius and 40 minutes. You can always, what I like to do, I like to do 20 minutes on one side and then I turn it around and check. So you can always check after 20 minutes. If you think it is crispy enough for you or soft enough for you, you just take it out. But this one I think needs 40 minutes. So I start off, however, with 20 minutes. Okay, see you later. I let you know how that one worked out. In my next video, we continue with natto. Okay, see you soon. Bye.